So Demario Davis is back in the spotlight. Demario Davis is the linebacker for the New Orleans Saints. Last time he did his post game interview, he gave his testimony about his daughter. It was a victorious, awesome interview, and you could check that out. I'll leave a card up above. Y'all guys want to see that reaction, but he's back, sharing the gospel again. I'm gonna prophesize right now, and I think his title's gonna change to Pastor Demario Davis pretty soon. I saw this video on Tatum, Officer Tatum's YouTube channel a couple of minutes ago, and I just saw like maybe 10 seconds of it, and I already knew it was gonna be a really good interview. So let's go ahead and check it out.
Well, I wasn't going to preach today. I wasn't going to do that. But if I didn't, then I would not be being obedient. I told the Lord before today, if I went back to the podium, that I would make sure that I praised him the proper way. The last time I was up here, God did an extraordinary work through me. It exceeded past myself and into and around the country. And with that, I owe proper praises to God. It had nothing to do, very little to do with me and everything to do with him, so I have to be obedient. So first, I will update everybody on my daughter. She had a phenomenal week. She's doing great, a full bill of health. She's doing phenomenal. As I said before, that knock at the door was answered. And God came in and did a wonderful work in my family. The reality is, when you see a message go around that strong, it's a lot of people that are out there hurting, and it's a lot of people who are waiting on a knock. And I want to continue to reiterate, your knock may not come right away, but to be patient and to wait on the Lord, and he will do what he said he'll do. Another thing was, there was an overwhelming amount of support just from fellow believers and Christians around the country. I want to thank them for that. And I think the phrase that is used oftentimes is, man, that's awesome what you're doing with that platform that you have. But at the end of the day, that's what we are to be doing as Christians. That's what we are to be doing as believers, is sharing the gospel, preach the gospel. The word says, for I am unashamed of the gospel, for it is the power of God to bring salvation to all who believe. It's the power of God. And that's what our world is needing. That's not just talking about salvation for the spirit. That's talking about salvation for the soul. People who are hurting, people who are going through present day situations, who need healing and need God in their life. And only the power of God can save them. So what I want to encourage every Christian, not just Christians with a platform, preach the gospel, share the gospel. In our schools need God. Share the gospel. In our courtrooms need God. Share the gospel. In the hospitals, our hospitals need God. Share the gospel. Preach the gospel. It is the power of God that will bring salvation. And I can't be the only person that feels like our nation needs salvation. And I think that's why that message was so powerful and spread, is because people are looking for salvation. So share the gospel. So unfortunately, we'll be doing this again. I'll be sharing about football later in the week. Thank y'all for y'all time. Blessings.
So Demario Davis made a lot of cool points, a lot of good points. I love how he's using his platform to spread the good news, spread the gospel. He talks about that we need to put God back into our schools, back into our jobs, back into our lives. We've taken God out of our schools, and you've seen what's happened at our schools. I think we need more based men, fathers like Demario Davis. He's definitely a role model that kids should look up to, instead of looking at up to these rappers, these pop artists, these movie stars that basically promote filth, that promote the occult, promote death. These are the men we need to look up to. These are the men that children need to look up to, teenagers need to look up to. He's mentioned about the knock at the door. And what he means by that is that Jesus is knocking at your door, which brings me to Matthew 7. Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and it will be open. For everyone who asks receives, and he who seeks finds, and he who knocks it will be open. So Jesus is at your door, at your spiritual door, knocking. He wants to be your friend. He wants to be your savior. It's crazy how a lot of people, and there's people that I know, friends that I know that cringe if you mention anything about the Bible, Jesus, church. They just cringe to the point where they will tell you, stop talking about it. But usually, when you feel that, when whether you're an atheist or whatever, and you feel that bitterness or that hate when somebody mentions the Bible, Christ, church, it's a demon. It's a spiritual battle that's going inside you. And Jesus is right there knocking at your door like, "Hey, let me in. I could take that bitterness out. I could take that demon out. Let me fulfill your life. I will give you the joy." A lot of people that cringe when you talk about Jesus, church, is usually because you're hurt. They were hurt. But Jesus is there knocking at your door. You just gotta let him in. He'll take that hurt out. He'll take it away. He'll heal you. Demario Davis, my hat goes out to you. Shout out to you and your family. Keep doing what you're doing. Demario Davis actually challenged me to start using my platform, whatever it is, YouTube, my job, my career, business, to help to spread the gospel, the good news. There's nothing wrong with that, y'all. It's all good. It's all good. Love you guys. Thank you for watching. Please let me know in the comments, what do you think about this post interview? I think it was awesome. I'm going to start watching more of Demario Davis for sure. We'll see you on the next video. Peace. If you enjoyed my content, please check out one of these two videos. Also, I have a brand new merch store. If you want to support this channel, go check it out below. And if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button.